Okay. Testing, testing. Are we good? It has been so long since I have streamed. Uh, let's see. Yep, seem to be okay. Seem to be okay. Okay. Well, hey there, everyone. Pit578 9 here, and it has been a while. Far, far too long, I must say. Uh, yeah. Today we are going to be working on GregTech. I really just need to get back into this, right? There's no excuse for it. I just need to do it. Right. First things first, I want to check charcoal supplies. How are we doing? Let's just make sure that everything is fine. Okay, charcoal. We do have a small buffer. Oop, where is it? Here. All right, plenty of oak wood. Let's see. This is being powered, so we do have a little bit of oak wood left. Oh, I think I'm gonna need a new sword soon. So this thing should be working. Okay. Uh, yeah. So, let's see, let's see. Um, Actually, let me run aside and give me just a second. I did forget to set one thing up. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, and I'm back. Let's see, that's looking okay. Yep, yep, okay. I think we are good now. Maybe. Well, that looks okay. Uh, yeah, okay, we're good, we're good. Sorry about that. All right. So, yeah, let's see. What do I need to do? That's the question. Um, okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to remember everything because it has been a little while, to say the least. I do remember what we needed to do. Uh, let's just make sure nothing else is running, first and foremost, right? This doesn't have any input, so it's fine. All right, I want to try and remain as net positive on energy as is possible, right? And instead, I'd actually like to try and use this distillery to manage the majority of everything else that needs to happen, right? Let's see. We have that. This is just going to over here. Okay. So where is this getting power from? I mean, obviously there's the bat boxes, but oh wait, gas turbine. I'm just blind. Yep. Okay, we're good. So we have wood tar. Let's see, working disabled. You know what? Let's go ahead, throw this on. So that should be using a lot of the wood tar that we have saved up. Or is it here? Yes. We also have a lot of excess. We definitely need to start burning through this regardless, because yeah. So actually, you know what? I know I really wanted to do steam power, and we're definitely still going to, but for now, I actually think it makes a lot of sense to try and get a couple more gas turbine or advanced distilleries into gas turbines, right? Or actually, wait, how much does this make? Uh, Distillery. This is going to be an advanced distillery, probably necessary. Uh, let's just look at wood tar. Wood tar. Uh, so this is. So what are we making? We're making benzene, I think. Benzene, yes. So benzene is going to require 100 wood tar for 35 benzene every zero point 0.4 seconds. Okay. Uh, it does use 64 EU a tick. Here's the question. How much is this? How much? All right, so we would need a medium voltage turbine, right? Gas turbine. Advanced gas turbine. So this is going to output 128 or voltage. Uh, hmm. So let's see what tar. So this thing is going to basically take two. So one distillery. Sorry, no. One of the gas turbines can technically run two distilleries, right? Now the question is, how much? No, not distillery. Turbine. So how much does this use per set? Binary, wood, gas, benzene. So it uses 1 liter of benzene every 0.55 every basically half a second. Now that's for LV. If we're throwing this up, or if we're ranking this up to MV, then that means we're going to be using 4 times as much. So 4 liters every half a second. Okay, so 4 liters every half a second. Let me grab my calculator. Yeah, man. Calculator. All right. That's benzene, of course, being made via wood tar. And we're getting 35 liters, right? Per how long? Every, oh, less than half a second. Okay, works for me. So effectively, we can set up a distillery. Hmm. Okay. Actually, I think what I'm gonna do is, hmm, let's see. This is an advanced distillery. We have an advanced steamed. Okay. Well, first things first. We know that we're gonna need at least two of these, right? That's gonna be two of those, three bronze rotors, machine hull, and then those. Okay. Ooh. Let me turn down my sensitivity. No, it's on normal. This feels really quick. Now, I do know I was going to try and make the minor. However, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a little bit more important in this case, right? Now, I do want to eventually get the minor. However, I've had a lot of time to think about this, and realistically, getting power has to be our first priority, right? So, that said, do we actually have anything else? Arsenic, sulfur, and then the obvious of those. Okay, right, that's that. Nothing in the lathe. Polarizer, nothing in vending machine, nothing in mixer. Okay, so I think we're good then. Okay, so we have those. We're definitely going to need more bronze rotors. Going to need the hull. Copper cables are easy enough. We can probably go ahead and just grab that. And then we're going to need the motors. Actually, how much are we going to need? So we're going to need 2 copper cables for that. So that means that's going to be 4, 6, 8, and 12, 14. Which means you're gonna need 7. Eh, yeah, 7. To the wire mill. Our assembling machine. And apologies, it is going to take me a little bit to just kind of remember where everything is because it has been so long. So let's see. Rubber can go to there. And there we go. We're going to need more rubber. Wow, we are going to need more rubber. Okay. Do we need sulfur for that? Do we have any? Yes, we do. We're also gonna need rubber pulp, though. How do we get that again? Rubber pulp. I remember a couple of ways, but what was the best way for us? Not pulverizing. Not that. Right, centrifuging sticky resin gave us glue and the raw rubber pulp. So, do we have any sticky resin is the question. Where would that even be? Where would I have put sticky resin? Oh, over here. All right, let's go ahead, throw these into here. That should be more than enough for our purposes. All right, and slowly trying to get back into the swing of things. All right, that's half the copper cables we're gonna need. All right, let's go ahead and right, the bronze. These bronze rotors are going to be a pain. Uh, okay. So we have 1, which means we need another 5. Uh, gonna be, hmm. All right. I want to leave at least a little bit in here. Uh, okay, so that's gonna be enough for 1 of them actually. And then it's, is it 2 to 1 or 3 to? I think it was 3 to 1, right? So that was gonna be 1, 2, 3. And then 10, 10, 10, 10. Let's see. Rock breaker, right. We needed the alloy smelter. There we go. Centrifuge. All right. And there we go. That will hopefully be enough rubber for all of this. It should be, realistically. There, fluid solidifier. Going to need then to melt all of these down. Ow! Die! Come on. Oh, my poor sword. Alright. I guess we're just kind of waiting at this point. And that should be enough bronze. May as well go ahead and throw this on there. Alright. So what else are we gonna need? That should be all of the rotors. Right, we're gonna need the machine hull. We have the cables. We're gonna need a bunch of aluminum. How much aluminum are we gonna need? Oop, gas turbine. So we're gonna need 8 aluminum, 9 aluminum per, so that means 18 aluminum plates. And then we're gonna need 1 ingot per, so that's 2, so that's another 4. 18 4, that's 22. Uh, okay. Luckily, I pretty much already have it. I think that there were some raw iron plates over here. Yes, there are. There is a ton of them, actually. Why do I have so many? Probably going to use those for something that I'm just not remembering. All right. Let's see. That's 1. That's 2. And it was the wrench, right? Yes. All right. But we could also use the assembler. Thank you. That's the rest of those that we needed. Uh, and I think this was it. Yes, it was. Okay. Really glad I remembered that properly. All right. There. So, let's see, we have that. Let's also go ahead and I guess get these. And, all right, we're gonna need a magnetized steel rod, aren't we, for the MV motors? Yep, magnetic steel rod. Do we have any of those is the question. I don't think so. Yeah. So we're gonna need a little bit of this. We really only just need the one. Excuse me. Okay, go ahead, get the rest of these going. All right, and there we go. Oh, wait. Oh, right. I need a second, because there are 2 motors per, not 1. All right, lathe. Da, 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 da. Am I missing anything? The copper nickel wires. That's what I'm missing. All right, do we have any copper nickel? Highly doubt it. We have a single ingot. Okay. Okay. Nothing. Um, ah, Well, that's great. All right. So we're gonna need times two, which basically means each set, right? Nickel is given in two, right? Wait, okay, so one ingot basically becomes one of these because one ingot becomes two cables or two wires, which can then become this, right? That's gonna be 4 ingots times two, 4, 8, 16. All right. So for 16 copper nickel ingots, we're going to need 8 nickel, 8 copper. I think that's correct. Where's my nickel? I am certainly hoping that's correct. Well, we're going to need the copper nickel regardless, so meh. All right, and then there's the rotors. Let's actually go ahead and do this, I guess, since we can. And these. Yes, machine holes. Nice. Oh, wait, did I have any? I probably should have looked, actually. I don't think so. Yep, don't think so. Huh, alright. Definitely pushing the steam uh reservoirs a little bit. Speaking of, let's double check. Alright, so we do have charcoal there still. Over here, we have plenty of this. And let's just do this. Alright, there we go. Actually, it probably makes a bit more sense to be like this. Yeah. Hopefully that'll be okay. We shall see. Right? We shall see. I really need a better system. Alright. Uh, let's see. Oh, right. I was just checking steam reservoirs. We seem to be okay. Alright. These needed to become copper nickel wires. Or, yeah, wires. And then I think this is it. Not too bad, thankfully. Alright, that's the first set. Alright. So I'm wanting to try to actually start using a little bit of the gas just because of the absolutely absurd amount of wood tar we currently have, really. But I mean, just in general, right? Especially once we get a second and a third Pyrolyze 7, we're gonna need somewhere for all of this to go. And I think it makes sense for it to be, just more power. Okay, and I forgot to grab these. Thank you. Let's try this again. There, there, there. We needed those and here. Okay, 4 MV motors. Then we just needed that, and that. Okay, so copper wires, MV motors, MV machine hull, bronze rotors. Wait. and the circuits. Okay, that gives us two advanced gas turbines. Yay. So I almost want to go ahead and use this, since we already have the thing, and then just use the advanced steam turbine for something else, right? Like for this. I actually think I might do that. Also, why does the steam turbine have benzene in it? How did you get benzene? Oh, why are you connected? Okay, you know what? We're just not gonna question it. Um, let's not lose any of this benzene. We can help it, or lose like like absolutely minimal amounts. Uh, how do I get to it though? Can't really get to the thing. Uh, 32K. Yeah, that's enough. Just need to. Okay. This is definitely an awkward position. Let's see. Do I have just some dirt or something? Let's see. You know what? This will be fine. I definitely need to be careful of the steam. Here, you know what? Might be a mistake. Uh, okay, so there. We can grab you. Hey! And there we go. Alright, and then just going to do that. 14 liters of steam. Alright, that's something I can live with. Okay, so we have that. Let's just go ahead and put these back. Alright, and I guess we're going to probably want some sort of like, maybe, hmm, nah, we'll be good for now. So, what do I want these to hook up to? That's the question. The advanced steam turbine, of course, goes over here. That's not even a question. This is just kind of where it has always been, right? Now, that is, of course, going to drop our steam levels substantially, but yeah. Oop, did not mean to do that. For now, let's disable you just to be safe. This is definitely going to be a bit of a drain on steam, but I'm hoping that we have enough in our reservoir. Yeah, we should be okay. Right. And I was also trying to fix the all of this. Yeah, we're still doing that, but for now we're gonna be okay. Um, all right. So I also really need to clean up like the outside of the base and whatnot. Okay, so what do we want these things to do, right? We have a basic gas turbine running all of this. I think I'm okay with that. After all these, this really shouldn't be running all the time. So if it's just taking excess, I think that will be okay. Especially if I were to make a small extra storage. So actually, no, let's go ahead. I need another transformer for that though. How expensive is it? Let's see. Low voltage transformer. You need some tin cable. Oh, actually really cheap, right? So what I'm thinking is I can use a transformer here, right? If we were to transform this down using the advanced gas turbine, that then leaves this. Really? Is there a point? I mean, I eventually want to upgrade, but all right, no. We're going to just yeah, okay. So one of these, or sorry, so half of one of these is enough to run this thing, right? The other half could go through a transformer to here, but then there's no use for this gas turbine. The alternative is we need to figure out some other energy source. How about these? Actually, these might take too much. How much do these need? Basic thermal centrifuge, basic, yeah, thermal centrifuge or washer. How much power do these things take again? Oh, thermal centrifuge takes 32 EU. Right. So it's using 30 EU a tick for the LV. Okay, so if it's using all right. So that's using 32 EU a tick. The ore washer is using let's see, is using 4 EU a tick. That's 34 EU a tick, right? Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be using that though, right? No, right. We're going to be using the crushed variants. Here, let me actually just go through the actual ore line. So we have, right, so we use copper, send it through the macerator, we get crushed. Then we're sending that through an ore washer in order to get purified copper. So now purified copper is going to require 4 EU a tick. Okay. That then goes to the thermal centrifuge. Wait, centrifuged copper. No, making it. 30 EU a tick still. Okay. Okay. So that is slightly more than one packet, I guess, of LV. Uh, that still feels like a waste though, right? Because that's going to be using, so we're using 64 of the EU and then an extra 34. That still leaves 30 EU a tick for something. And I just don't know what. Uh, all right, you know what? I'll figure it out later. Right now, it's probably more important that we just get this thing running than actually completely optimizing everything. So that's going to be this. We're going to connect into there to the distillery. There's the step down transformer to those. Yeah, I think we're good. Please don't blow up. Wait. Oh yeah, these are copper. Please don't blow up. Would be nice. There. Let's get into here. There. All right, and then there's the benzene. Now, theoretically, this should B, so long as I give it the wood tar, an infinite loop. We're definitely stocking up on benzene, and we seem to be doing good. Okay. Okay, that seems to actually work. Yay. And because we have an excess of benzene, we have enough to be able to do something with this. Now the question is, what? Um, this thing is running a steam turbine currently. Do we change this out to gas? Right? I don't think so. Um, this thing I definitely want to keep on steam power. But I don't think I'm running anything else, right? We have my wall of machines. We have ore processing. We have or we have aluminum production. Then we have power, 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 and we have this. So that just leaves this. Huh. Of course, it would also be extremely painful to reroute the gas line to over here, so I'm kind of against that. It almost would make more sense to just go ahead and turn the steam turbine into a gas turbine. You know what? I think that might be what we do here. So we can do this, uh, and we'll just connect it into this, I guess. Yeah. Oh, wait, but then that's gonna disconnect from the. We do still need a little bit of steam power. Unless if we were to perhaps move these. But to where? Okay, okay. For now, let's just. Okay, for now, let's just leave them as is. Uh, what to do? Okay, definitely gonna lose a little bit of steam, but I think it's negligible loss in this case. And there's some rain. Okay, so we're gonna want advanced gas turbine. Go there. Not on this side, thank you. All right, so here's the benzene, here's the steam. Let's bring the benzene on over. And we're going to do this. And there we go. Okay. And then that actually does leave these open. Okay. Let's see, so we can do this. Go ahead and connect up those. Make sure those do not connect. And there. All right, nice. Works for me. That, of course, gives us an extra advanced steam turbine for use in something, eventually. Now the question is, are we going to make enough benzene to actually warrant this? Now, I think we're going to be okay, right? we should be good on power. Yeah, we seem to be doing fine. Uh, and this thing is basically going to be used up by all of this. So I think that we should be good. All right. Well, gas power. And hopefully that also means we can actually use ore production again. That would be really nice. Let's see, shall we? We're definitely basically out of copper, so that's what I'm going to do first. Um, let's see. Oh wait, do we have any? No. Do we have any copyright? No. Ba, 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 ba. Plenty of redstone though. All right. Do we have any copper ore? We do. We have some. So let's go ahead, do this, I guess. How are we doing? Okay, still have plenty of that. How's the buffer? Yes. Okay. Excuse me. Plenty of almandine, some tetrahedrites. Overall, though, I think we're doing okay. Lost machine casing, output bus. Right. Let's put you to there. All right. Now let's see if this actually works. This would be so good if it does. All right. That will be the copper, which should then follow this on over to in here, right? Yeah. So we should go to basic ore washing plants, to thermal centrifuge, and then on out over to the furnace. All right. Uh, so that should have been the first set. Looks like the copper did get pushed to the pipe. And ore washer is working. As it currently stands, we're okay on power. Ooh, the real question is, oh wait, no, we are running the thermal centrifuge. And we're still looking okay on power. And we're okay on benzene. All right. This is such a massive power upgrade. Wow. Okay then. Let's see this. Still looking good. Okay. Hey, I mean, works for me. Wait, why is the mirabilite not... Oh, right. I accidentally hit this thing. There we go. That's better. Okay, so that means we now have fully functioning ore production. Yeah, not production, ore processing. Okay, that's massive. So, now that we have access to full on ore production, we should be able to run this, right? Because we're no longer taking the extra steam for in here. So that thing should be able to run fine. Let's give her a test. All right, so there, plenty of oxygen. The batteries are going. We are producing. That is getting stepped down. Batteries are holding. Steam reservoirs are holding. We seem to be good. Okay. We seem to be good. Finally. Okay. That frees up so much for us. It's definitely a hodgepodge of different things. We're going to want to have a centralized power grid at some point. But you know what? For now, I am happy with this. Still definitely want to do this, but for now, let's actually look at the quests. I haven't done that yet. So, hmm, what to do, what to do. Uh, let's do, what do we want to aim for now? My entire thing was just getting power. I wasn't expecting to have it done in less than an hour. Uh, Biomass? Oh, actually, how's our wood tar looking? Okay, we are definitely burning through a lot of wood tar for this. That's actually kind of an absurd amount. Which I mean, we have plenty. Let's not be worried or anything. Can finally free up these steel drums. But yeah, I'm thinking it's probably still gonna be worthwhile getting some more py another pyrolysis oven and all of that. Okay, so now we can actually work on the miner, right? Yeah. So I guess let's just get to work. We're gonna need MV sensor. Right. The flawless emerald. Um hmm. We might need the laser engraver for that. Do I even have emerald? Oh wait. Oh, that's olivine, not emerald. I was about to say. You tell emerald, emerald. Yeah, we don't have any emerald. Rip. Okay, so what we can do instead, definitely want to go mining at some point, but I kind of wanted to do it with this. Any other way we can get this? Purified emerald or byproduct? Only through emeralds. Okay. Not a byproduct of anything, unfortunately. So, where do we find these then? Found in the Nether. That's great. Okay. So, does this also require it? LV sensor requires quartzite. Okay. Okay, okay. Advanced miner 2. What does this thing need? An Eye of Ender. Needs a block. Huh? Okay, sure. So 17 by 17 is basically a chunk, right? This thing mines one chunk, this thing mines three chunks. We really need the advanced miner. All right. So we have no emeralds. I don't think there's any villagers left to trade emeralds with. Um, Also, we would need new things like a nether star plate. Nether star plate? block of... That is not happening. I am sorry. No. I know what we can do. Let's set up AE2 again, right? It's high time that was done. Uh, so let's grab all of my AE2 thing. Well, actually, let's get this all sorted out again. Uh, there, I'm gonna keep these just for building use. Those can all go into there. See, ores and plates to in here. Chip to there. Uh, that was basically my wooden things. Food, olivine. We have just a bunch of random things in there. Ah, there's where the pipes go. Tools. Let's actually keep the hammer for now. Let's see, wood plates. That's definitely miscellaneous. Oh, crushed ores over here. Let's see, string to miscellaneous. Let's see. So we're keeping all of those. The iron chest plate can go to there for now, though. Let's see. Cobblestone. There we go. Steel hull, I guess, goes to in there. Glass probably goes to miscellaneous. Let's see, so we're gonna keep those. We're gonna keep that. Oh wow, we have. Oh right, we have the 32. Okay. You know what? Let's go ahead and get you set up. Uh, you can grab you. May as well throw you in there. Um, how or where would this even go? Not entirely sure. You know what? We're just going to sit you right there as just extra benzene if we ever need to kickstart anything. I'm going to forget that is there, but it's good for now. Uh, okay, okay, okay. All right, looking good. So, right, AE2. Let's see, so what do we have for it again? It's been a little while since I've used it. We have that, we have you. We do, oh wait, no, that's an or dictionary. We have that. We have some covers. Me two chests, and then the 1K of ME storage. I think this is really all I have. Though I should have some cabling around here somewhere. Am I just blind or... Oh, we have a single Fluix cable? There's no way we only have a single Fluix cable. Alright, where is it? Let's see. Fluix cable. There's some Fluix crystals. This is everything I have. Where are they? I know that I had something else, right? Quartz fibers? No, I needed the Fluix. Where did they go? Or did I really only have one? Yeah, I might have really only had one. Huh. You know what? We'll make it work, right? I also really need to finish this at some point. Okay. So let's grab some actual cabling. Even just some tin cables should be fine. Doesn't look like I really have any of those. Wiring. Oop. Here we go. Assembler, copper cable. Yeah, so they are called cables. Here we go. All right. So let's see. I guess we can do. Hmm. Ah, that's what I can pull it from, right? I can pull the excess energy from that. Yeah, that works for me. Speaking of, let's give another quick check. Oh, you're low. Why? Oh, wait, maybe that's okay. Yeah, it just looks like that. So we're still okay. This is looking good. Love to see it. All right, so I'm gonna want to grab the power from here, probably send it through this wall over here. The question is, where do I want to set this thing up at? I kind of want to put it just like right here in the middle. Uh, let's see. Hmm. Do I also want it to be expandable? I'm not sure. Where exactly would be the best place to put in some ME storage? I almost want to put it in here, to be fair. Uh, huh. Okay, let's just go ahead and this was not set up for this. This was not even close to set up for this. Does this break anything? Nope. Okay, so let's do this, right? So for now, we're going to put this right here. Mm, yeah, you know what? For now, this is good. We're just going to do this, and then we're just going to route power to that. I think that's the best thing I can do at this current point in time. Now, I am going to be routing MV power to it, which means we're going to need copper cabling, but that should not be a problem in the slightest. There. Let's go ahead and just grab. Yeah, that should be plenty. Should be plenty. Let's see. Um, Realistically, I think the best thing to do now that we're at a decent sort of power evenness, or we are net positive really on power, would be to go ahead and just focus on getting resources. Might end up needing a little bit more. We shall see. But yeah, I think gathering resources is probably the best thing that we could do currently. Oh, yay. Oh, we have aluminum. Aluminium. So I do know we're going to need absolutely ridiculous amounts of aluminum. So I'm just going to go ahead and be, you know, doing this. I think it's worthwhile. And we have more than enough oxygen at the moment. Okay. Ooh, how are our wood tar reservoirs though? Almost completely out. Wow. Okay. Do we have any other way that we can make wood tar? Was not expecting to have to do this, but charcoal byproducts. Extractor, extracting charcoal. Go figure. Huh. And then of course pyrolyze sevens. Charcoal byproducts. Oh, are this. All right, so let's check the pyrolyze 7 then. Currently we are running what? This, right? We're getting 1,500 liters of wood tar out of it at 64 E would take. However, I could instead grab the charcoal products or charcoal byproducts, which would instead take 96 E would take. Okay, so we can't do that for the sole fact that we don't have enough power going to it. Ah, okay. Wood tar, wood tar, wood tar, wood tar. So charcoal could be turned into wood tar. Um, through an extractor. Do we have any additional extractors? I have an electrolyzer, not an extractor. Okay. Uh, let's see. Basic extractor, right? Producer device of doom. D1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's going to require two circuits, two cables, a pump, a piston. Ooh, that is expensive. We don't have any additional pumps or pistons, do we? Of any tier. Uh, it's also going to require two, which means we're going to need to make another circuit. Wait, where's my extractor? Right, it's right over here. Okay, so maybe we borrow you and we can set you up with a basic steam turbine. We have an excess of steam currently, so don't see why not. We'll grab, well, we have a couple there. Definitely gonna need more, but for now, um, that's right, steam turbine. Good old faithful. Also probably gonna want some pin cables. Uh, at least one, right? Do we have any? Oh, we have one. I said at least one. I did not mean literally one. Okay. We'll make a couple more, just to be on the safe side. Good thing that we have the spare benzene, because it's looking like we might actually need it. And we are out of rubber again. Okay. Uh, thank you. So get into there. That's benzene, isn't it? No, that's oil. Okay. Not quite what I expected, but you know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. Let's go ahead and get these set up. Uh, so I'm gonna want a little bit of the excess charcoal, just minute amounts, going into here, right? So we do have steam coming in through here. Um, ooh, it's definitely a little risky to try and make it work, but I think it's gonna be worthwhile. So that's we'll connect into there, just additional wood tar, then steam turbine. I'm just gonna put it here just to make it look a little bit prettier. Yeah. Right, which means we are gonna need one more tin cable. Probably, ow, ow. Wow. Okay, I probably could have made it work otherwise, but you know what? We needed to do this regardless, so yeah, we're good. All right. Oop, there's that. I know that's not gonna actually process, but oh well. I'll fix it in a second. Let's see. We can go ahead and now bring. Ooh, where would be the best place to bring this up from? Do we maybe bring it? Oh boy, this is about to really hurt. How did I not get burned? Okay, so now there's that. Uh, oh wait, we're gonna need an item pipe, aren't we? Yeah, we're gonna have to bring that on around as well. Hmm, gonna need one, two, three, four, five, six. I think those six item pipes coming up. What? Do we have any? We have four. Okay, so we're gonna need a little bit more cobalts. Let's see. I'll just do a full eight. Cobalt ingots can just be smelted. Okay. Well, at least we don't seem to have. It seems like we're not gonna have any issues with. Oh, we have some tiny piles of zinc here. Must have missed those. Odd. So, at least we're not gonna have to worry about, you know, the cobalt or anything. Okay. Yeah, we're always gonna have item pipes. Only these things didn't have such a massive loss, right? So that's just gonna be a plate. Okay. Yeah, so we don't even need that many. We needed another two. I'll make an extra one just to be on the safe side. There we go. Going to this. Hammer and wrench. That is a mallet, not a hammer. 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 Not the mallet. wrench, plates. Do I have these backwards? Yes, I do. All right. Thank you kindly. Oh, not you. So hopefully this will be enough item pipes to bring around the additional charcoal. Please tell me this is going to be enough to bring around the additional charcoal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Definitely a little risky doing this to my charcoal production, but I think we're going to be okay. Oh, nope. That is the wood line. So then where's my charcoal line? Is it down below? No. Oh, it's the tin item pipe. Okay. Alright, so then I didn't even need that much. And there we go. And just do this. Uh, oop, oop, not there. Now we just have to hope that. Alright, how quickly is this thing extracting? Very slowly. Good. We don't need a ton. We just need enough to kind of hold over everything, right? Output. Right. There we go. So at least it's not going to be using up a ton of the charcoal. Alright, it definitely used up some, though. Definitely a not insignificant amount. Oh no. Structure obstructed. What was it? This? What did I obstruct? Input? Oh, muffler hatch. Right here. Whew! Don't scare me like that. Okay. So we just have to kind of bring this on around like this then. Definitely a little more awkward, but oh well. Actually, you know what? What if instead we did this? Hey, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna go back to steam turbine, to extractor. There we are. We have no charcoal. Okay, not good, not good, not good. Ow, that hurt. All right. 8, 7, 6, 5. Okay, okay. All right, and then auto enable outputs. I'm not sure that's going to be enough. I mean, that is actually kind of really slow. Well, at least we do seem to be capped out on benzene. That's good. So hopefully that should at least slow down the amount of wood tar that we are using significantly. And there we go. Okay. For now, let's just uh, this is definitely a little more precarious than I would like. So for now, let's just disable you. There we go. Okay, that's fine. So we have that set up if we ever need to, fire off some extra wood tar for whatever reason. But I think for now, we're doing okay. I'm also just going to disconnect you so we can save the Steam, which I mean, I don't think we're actually using any, but just to be on the safe side. Okay, well, now we just have to make sure that we don't accidentally lose all of our charcoal, and we'll be fine. Uh, because again, it does seem like we've kind of hit a critical mass for the benzene. Now, admittedly, this thing is still using benzene, but it's using it 4 liters a second, or roundabout, like maybe no, 4 liters every half a second, so 8 liters a second. This thing definitely produces way more than that. Okay, so I guess let's go ahead and just get. All right, let's go ahead and finish this now. Um, so how do I want to do this? Thinking maybe we just go through here. Ow. This is, there's no way this is going to be a permanent solution, but it definitely works for at least a while. Plus, this will give me a good idea of how exactly I should be thinking about setting up AE2 for later. All right, so we are now getting power. Nice. Not a ton of power, admittedly, but enough. So now we have glitchy chest. Yay. Okay. That is using very insignificant amounts of power. Like kind of pathetically insignificant amounts. So you know what? You love to see it. Whew. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have done it. We are at power positive, and we are now finally also we now also finally have AE2 set up again. Admittedly, not in the best of locations, but it's something. Yeah. Let's see. We finally have a use for all of this wood tar, and we've managed to recover all of those excess barrels. Really glad I decided to say that. You see, this is why you never void anything. Okay? You never know when it's going to come in handy. So, let's go ahead and I guess just store those for now. All right, do we start working toward more quests? Or, you know what? No, let's clean up around here, right? It is high time we had a facility that warrants all of this technology, right? All right, there. Definitely take that. Hey, steam extractor. That's something. Eh? Okay. You. And then I guess let's go ahead and grab all of you. Yeah, I definitely want to kind of just clean up this general area because it is still very much a hodgepodge of random things currently. And like we still have this giant underground line of bronze fluid pipes. I'd like to get these back, right? No clue what I'm going to use them for, but could certainly use them for something, I'm sure. Oop, might need a new drill relatively soon, though. Here we go. Oop, there, there. All right. Hey, you love to see it. Okay. Whew. I heard that and I just jumped. Uh, Thank you for trying to help with deconstruction, but I don't need the help. Uh, all right. Oop, what am I doing? What am I doing? All right. There. We can do that. That. I hear the speeder somewhere. Spider. Let's see. We can do that. Grab you. There we go. Count you and you. Okay. Well, there goes the last remnants of the old base. Kind of a shame, really, but oh well. It was definitely high time that, how shall I put it? Monstrosity was taken down. Definitely not my best work. Let's see, do we have any more dirt? I also have no clue what I'm actually going to use AE2 for, as I feel like I have done fairly okay, like, at keeping all of my things organized, but I don't know. Definitely going to be worthwhile to try and finish up those walls, though. I'm just going to go ahead and fill in all of these. Not really necessary, but it'll look better. I see them. You. Oh, come on. Come on, y'all. I'm trying to work here. Uh, Definitely need a new sword soon. Sooner rather than later. Okay. There. Okay. Okay, yeah, that definitely looks a lot better. What do we have here? Fluorine. Oh, hydrogen. Wow. Somehow completely missed that. Okay, let's clean out our inventory and let's get ourselves a new sword, shall we? Definitely high time that happened. There, there, extra of y'all. Those can all go there. Those can go there. Tiny piles of zinc can there. All right. See, I guess, yeah. So you want to keep that. Torches probably goes to tools. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Uh, there, there, cables to in there, charcoal to there, lever. You know what? I'll throw the lever in here for now, alongside the hopper. No clue what I'm gonna use them for, but you know, it's something. All right, and then the conveyor. Love to see it. Okay, let's see what to do from here. What to do from here. Uh, excuse me. You know what? Let's finish these walls. That really needs to happen at some point. So 6, 8. All right. We're also probably going to end up wanting the stone for other things as well at some point. So it's a win-win. Now where is my, not my prospector skin, building gadget. All right. Actually, you know what? These torches can go to in here for now. So let's see. How do I want this to go? Um, I still have my old little hobbit hole here. That will, of course, be covered. Um, let's see. I'm thinking probably a gate there and a gate over there, just for now. We'll see what that ends up becoming later, but for now, I think that'll be good. Uh, maybe a second story to the factory. Not sure yet. I am not Thor. Let's double check charcoal, make sure we're. Yep. All right, we're back in the positive for this. That was definitely a little bit scary, but we seem to be okay. How's wood tar looking, though? All right, yeah. We have a very slow net positive. Very slow I can handle. That actually seems to be like the perfect amount. So, yeah. Okay. Let's run on over here. What was it? It was this. Yes. So we can go ahead and do that. Uh, that's to here. There we go. Yeah, this thing is so helpful. Building will never be the same. I'm thinking I'm probably going to have it come out to about right there. And there we go. Actually, I don't really need these, do I? Wait, what's the center of this? This is probably gonna end up being my main gate, but yeah. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So for now, let's just do this. Okay. I also need to probably get all those ores that I have actually, doing something instead of just sitting there. I need to send them through ore processing at some point or another. There we go. All right. Hey, you love to see it. That should be it. I am gonna cover up that. Shame as it is. Okay. I think that's the wall done. That really did not take all that long. Uh, okay. No clue how I'm going to do the door, but we'll figure out something, right? Let's see. For now, though, just throw those back in there. Yes. Oh, I did have a little bit of stone. Okay. Thank you, building gadget. Gadget. Now, let's actually get all of this done first. Okay, the lazurite, I'm gonna just throw it in here because there's no point in having all of it. Let's see. Of what remains? Let's see. Plant ball doesn't really do much. Yeah, let's, I guess, grab the cassiterite next. And let's just get all of those done. That would be really nice. Okay. Wow, I kind of don't know what to do. Uh, biomass. Plant matter into fuel. Doesn't that doesn't sound industrial enough. Let's see. Plant ball into biochaff. Pyrolyse oven. Fuel cracking. Severely steam cracked light fuel. Huh. All right. Jetpack. You know what? Let's make a jetpack. See, so we're gonna need an LV circuit. We're gonna need a wrench, a couple of cells, pump, small, potent. Okay. Some lead. Ow. Die. Ah, those spiders are so annoying. All right, you know what? Let's go up to the roof and let's fix the darkness that's apparently up there. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that it is just really dark up here, right? So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What does light look like here? 6 from block. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna need to be there. Go 1, 2, 3. Go 1, 2, 3. All right, so then we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this ought to be enough. 1, 2, 3. Wait, let's actually do 1, 2, 3. like that. Then like oop there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Alright, if we stand here, 11, 12, 11, 8. Alright, so that seems to be good. Okay, works for me. We're gonna go to here, go to here. Yep, 8, 9, 10, 11, 7. Alright. I always forget if 7 is the minimum or not. Still, I think that should be good for preventing mob spawns up here. Okay, so with that, uh, let's go ahead and put up these torches again. I think that should be the majority of the compound or facility or whatever you want to call it lit up. Yeah, okay. So, oh, we need to set up more aluminum going. Set more aluminum going. Going. Blah. Words. Why are words so difficult all of a sudden? All right. Also, just need to clear you out. Sulfur. Sulfur, sulfur, sulfur. There. You need more raw rubber pulp. That can be accomplished in a bit. Uh, there's aluminum. Okay, yeah, so we're definitely burning through a good bit of benzene now. But still not nearly as much as I thought we were going to be. This is so much more efficient. I just straight up have to say it's not even funny how much more efficient this is, which makes me really curious for how good the oil will end up being. Really curious. If gas is this good, whew. Okay, so let's see. From here, what can we do? Oh right, jetpack. We're gonna need those. Ugh, the pump is definitely gonna be a little annoying, as is this, but I think we have the majority of what we need here. Really is the red alloy. You know what? Let's go ahead. We should have a good chunk of redstone, I think, if I remember right. Yeah, we have 45 and then a full stack of the crushed ore. Let's get all of this purified washed, right? Purified redstone. So we can centrifuge it, grab a tiny pile of rare earth, or we can just wash it. That does nothing. Okay, so we're sending you through the centrifuge. Thank you. And that should give us, hopefully, a sizable chunk of redstone to go alongside the copper. And we're just going to go and make a ton of uh, red alloy because we really need it. In the meantime, we're going to need two of you, two of you. I think we're actually out of the other circuit boards, aren't we? Appear to be. So Basic circuit board. Here we are. We need wood plank, copper foil, glue. Okay. The assembler would. Oh wait, right. Circuit assembler. We need 2 redstone alloy, U, resistor, soldering, that's. Smaller and more powerful. Integrated logic circuit. Oh, right. We don't have this because we need to get integrated logic circuit wafer. It's going to require the precision laser engraver. LV emitter. Getting access to that is definitely going to open up a world of new circuits for us. It's going to have to happen at some point. I am just totally not procrastinating it. Let's go ahead and use the bending machine. Actually, you know what? If we're doing this, let's go the full 9 yards. We need another extractor. Hate to admit it, but we do. Well, no, we don't, because I'm not actually using that one. Right, because the benzene finally caps out. So, yeah, let's grab you again. Thank you. Ow. And we can stick you back over to where you belong. There we go. Okay, so copper foils. We're gonna need, probably should have had it going during that, but oh well. Let's see, copper foil, copper foil. Uh, to the bending machine. Uh, that should be enough redstone to at least get us started. Huh, running a little low on soldering alloy. Probably gonna want to get some more of that sooner rather than later. Oh, right, so there's that. So we can go ahead and do you, grab you, and you. Oh, right. And then we need, let's make sure I get the right one. There, that. Wood plank, glue, copper foil. Wait, what? Oh, that's a treated wood plank. Okay. Okay, so it's totally useless. Let's grab the actual wood plank that we need. Oh, that's an Enderman. There we go. Thank you. Okay, so there's that. Now all we need is the redstone alloy. Yay. Uh, I still have PTSD from making these circuits by hand. That was so painful. I have to admit, I am not looking forward to doing another GregTech world for the sole fact that I do not want to go through that horror again. So, yeah. Luckily, these are so much easier to make now. It is so nice. Uh, all right. So, let's see. Oh, probably should put this back. what was I going to use you for? Let's see. There's a number of things I actually probably could use you for. Um, oh, jetpack, right. Liquid fueled jetpack. So we have that. Gonna need a pump, two lead rotors. Let's get the pump. That's gonna be bronze fluid pipe. Those, tin rotor, tin screw. Okay, okay. So we have the tin cable actually. We have a tin screw. Gonna need the tin rotor still. Oh, we have the rubber rings, thankfully. Let's see. All right, we're gonna need a bit of lead. How much lead do we have? Not enough. Lead. Okay. We are really low on lead. Okay. How do we make you again? Do we need that or galena? Okay. Galena. 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 Okay. Don't have a lot of that either. Hmm. That is slightly concerning. Let's make sure we don't waste it. So we have the crushed currently. We're gonna send it through there. That'll give us bits of sulfur and some silver. Okay, that works for me. Are you done? Nope. All right. Going to do you really quickly. Yeah, that is definitely slow, but slow is fine, right? We just have to keep it working. Let's see. Yes, we are definitely on the rise for that. Charcoal, still looking fine. I know I keep on just looking at these. I am just very cautious here. Let's go ahead and get that tin rotor going, I guess. We're gonna need to get these extracted. Okay. Oh wait, do you have rubber? Yes, you do. All right. And then we can also, man, we put 8 of it in there. Yeah, so that should be fine. That should be a-okay. Hey, some more cassiterite. A good chunk more of cassiterite, actually. Of course. All right, let's go ahead, grab the 4 lead, and we're definitely going to need to go mining for galena sooner rather than later. All right, let's get these extracted. That'll be, I guess, 80 seconds. Okay, so from there, what else do we need? Uh, the potent, wait, for this, the, gonna need bronze fluid pipe and then a motor. Okay, motor is pretty cheap. Uh, not worried about it. The bronze fluid pipe, on the other hand, is a little on the more expensive side, unless if we happen to have one. No, all we have are the small ones. Uh, da, 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 da. Okay, I don't think we're going to be using any more small bronze fluid pipes. So let's see if we can't recycle them. That's worth 1. That gives us that. That gives us that. Okay. So we could probably just extract them, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Since each one is worth 1 bronze. Why am I... Sorry, hold up. We need one of you, which is going to be 3, not 4. We're not making another bronze rotor. Okay. There. Thank you. All right, and then I guess we'll throw you back in there. I feel like I could be doing this so much more efficiently, but meh. All right, and then there's those. So we are going to need the plate mold. Thank you. Grab a couple of, or grab a few bronze plates. There we go. I'll just throw you in there for now. All right. Need the hammer. Always need the hammer. There, there, there. There we are. Bronze fluid pipe. Actually, let's leave you out for now, just in case. Wrench and screwdriver. Okay. I think that's a file. I think that should be everything that we need for this. For this anyway. No, the motor. What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay. All right. Let's see. So we're gonna need a couple of iron rods. That's totally fine. We'll just do you, and we'll get one more. Uh, let's see. We're gonna need a bit more copper. Where's my copper? That should be enough. And I'll go ahead and probably just make a new tin set of tin cables for it. All right, so we'll do that. Lathe, go there. Polarizer to there. Those go to there. Grab you, grab you, grab you, grab you. Okay. Wow, that was quick. Now, motors are still to this day my favorite thing to make here. I don't know why, but they are just so much fun to make. Easily my favorite component. Okay, so that's the motor. Now we should be able to actually do something here. So we needed that. We need you. Screwdriver. I want to say it was the wrench. Screw. Do we need the... No, the circuit was for something else. Alright, we needed the rubber rings. There, there. Alright, jetpack. Liquid fuel jetpack. We needed tin rotor, tin screw, right, the extra tin cable. There. And then, right, bronze fluid pipe. There we go. Of the electric pump. Okay, so then we're gonna need that. So now we just need the potent fluid pipe and these. Ooh, double steel plates, 2 bronze rings to make an empty steel cell. Ooh, that is gonna be something. Okay, First time we've really made doubles, isn't it? Huh. Okay, so we need that. Uh, what else do we need? Um, right, the bronze rings, I think it was. Yeah, so we're gonna need bronze rings. Uh, so one bronze ingot should give me two, which is what I need for this. But I need two of them. So, all right. So let's see. Y'all go to the lathe. Uh, vending machine. We need doubles. No. Has to be MV, doesn't it? It has to be MV. Are you serious? Bro. Okay. That's two. That's two. Ah, all right. Lathe. So you get, I think it was you and you. Yes. All right, so that's that. So we have all of those. We have that. All we need now is the potent pipe. Okay. I don't think we have any though, do we? No. Do we have any potent? Yes, a little bit. We needed small, I think it was for this. Yes. Small potent. So we just need the one. Okay. Yep. There we go. Thank you. Empty steel cell. Alright. Vending machine. We're almost there. We are so close. That, that, that. Nope, have those backwards. Okay, so there, 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 there. Nope, there. And then what did I need? These, wrench, those, those. What am I missing? Jetpack. Uh, oh, wire cutters. Go figure. Okay, wire cutters. Empty steel cells. Uh, right there. Potent pipe. That's those and the wrench. Liquid fueled impeller jetpack. Woohoo! Takes most combustion fuels and gives us a primitive form of light. All right, let's go. Okay, so combustion fuels. That means benzene should be a valid fuel. Let's try it. Okay, it needs a combustion fuel, unfortunately. What's gonna be a combustion fuel? Combustion generator. All right, so we have octane, light oil, sulfuric light fuel, ethanol, biodiesel, methanol, light fuel, gasoline, naphtha, diesel, raw oil, and okay, hey, rocket fuel. Yeah, that's not happening, is it? Okay, I feel like something like light oil would be the easiest to do for now. Let's see. So I do know that we have something, right? Nitrogen, hydrogen, some water. Huh. Sulfuric light fuel, some more benzene. Let's see. Oil, nitrogen, mixer, and huh. All right. You know what? It's fine. It is a-okay. We're going to be trying to do oil processing at some point or another. US simulator. Get a pump, do not pump. Which oil deposits do not pump above an ocean. Currently, there's a flaw in the pump logic. Attempt to pull water, resulting in the pump getting stuck. Right. Super tank as soon as you unlock it. Oil path, that's one toward ethylene. Okay. So maybe, just for flight, this would be pretty decent. 92,000, 3K to 92,000 means that we're going to end up having an average of, give me a second, 6,100. Probably could have done that in my head, to be fair. So that's 61 buckets worth. I know they say that's a lot, but that really doesn't feel like a lot. Like, is that just me? All right, let's maybe. Oh, 4 electric pumps. Bro. I also probably should be using the assembler. Okay, so this clearly needs a little bit more light. A-okay with me. Do that. Do that. We'll do that. That is probably realistically could use some more light, to be fair. But meh. What are we looking at? 5? Yeah. All right. So, 4 of these. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. You know what? Let's just do it, right? This can be our next thing to work toward. Uh, so we're going to need 4 pumps, which is going to be 8 those, 4 of those. Okay, let's take it one thing at a time, right? We'll just start top left, and we will just go through and collect. All right, 10 screws, definitely could use some more, but those are pretty easy to get. 10 screw can be done through a lathe using a 10 bolts. Yeah, so we'll just send that through a cutting saw. We really only need one, actually. Going to be sending it through the cutting machine. That'll give us the 4 screws that we need. Okay. So, oh, what am I doing? Okay, so that's those. So this is going to be 16 pieces of tin. Luckily, we just made a lot of tin, so no worries there. Now, these are going to be something else. We're going to need rubber sheets, which are going to require the rubber and the plate mold. Okay, once again, luckily, we've already made a good chunk of rubber, so I'm not too concerned about this. Where's my centrifuge? Do we have any more? Oh, right, some more redstone. Let's get that going. I think I'm going to go ahead and get some more rubber going, just because I think it's going to be necessary. So let's just stick those in there. All right, cutting machine. Here we are. Put those through the lathe, and there's the tin screws. All right, we're going to need a pretty sizable amount of tin for this, but you know what? We can work through it. No problem. And then we're going to need how many of those? We currently have 4. Here, we'll say we'll take half. Or we will make far more than we actually needed. That works too. I mean, certainly going to use them, so can't really say I can complain. Okay, so let's do that. Where's my knife? Knife, knife, knife. All right, and then there's the rubber rings. May as well drop that off over here. And we can begin to get this going. All right. Okay, so next up, bronze fluid pipe. Bronze fluid pipes. So that's going to be 3 bronze plates per, and we need 4. So that's going to be 3 times 4 or 12. Ooh, that's not counting the large ones either. Okay, yeah, so we're just going to need, you know what? Out of curiosity, an advanced pump. Oh, that would require advanced circuits though. So we're still gonna need that. You know what? Well, let's just make the basic pump for now. Think that'll be fine. I want to use the basic steam turbine anyway, so wait. This thing uses 64 EU per operation. Okay, hold up, hold up. Huh. Interesting. Okay, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. It just will be a little slow. So let's see. We're gonna need a lot more copper. Just straight up, we need more copper. We have the tin at the moment, so let's get the cal copyright going. This should hopefully push us over with what we need. I hope. So, let's see. So we do have these 12, which is what I'm going to be using, I think. just because it makes a lot more sense in my mind to go ahead and just use these there. And let's get you going. Okay, so from there, have that. LV motors, we're gonna need another 4. That's gonna be, ooh, actually gonna be a good chunk of copper. So we're gonna need that for 2, so 4. Let's see, we're gonna need 4 of those, and then we're gonna need 8 copper. And I think that's good. So send those through there. Wire mill. Probably actually should have the tin going first. You grab these and get them polarized. Then the extractor, we can. Where's my drum? Here. I am so blind. No, we need this. There we go. Okay, so there's those. Throw those in there, and we can go ahead and get those going. All right. There is all the bronze for the bronze pipes. I always get those backwards. Now we are going to still need the 2 large bronze fluid pipes, which are going to be 6 each. That's why we're doing copper here, because we need it. We desperately are going to need it. I also, sorry, I can't get over the fact that we're actually okay with power. Like, we're not super struggling for once. That is so wild to me. You know what? Let's just turn all of that into that. We have a almost decent amount of red alloy for the moment. I mean, we're not using it nearly as much as we used to, so did redstone go in there or in here? I think it goes in there, right? Because it's a dust. Okay. And there's the tin cables, there's the copper wires. Make sure I grab y'all and y'all. All right, and there's 4 LV motors. And done. Okay, so 4 LV motors. We're gonna need another 4 tin cables. I think that's it. Yeah, okay. We are gonna need another one of those. That should be relatively easy though. Let's see, we're gonna need 2 copper foil. Oh wait, no, we're gonna get that. So we really only just need the 1 copper foil. We're gonna need then wood plank. Yeah, so copper foil, wood plank. Uh, we have the glue. That's everything we're gonna need for that. Then we're gonna need two of you, two of you, running low on resistors again. Uh, and then the red alloy, which we now actually have. Yay. Okay, so there's that. Let's go ahead. Wait, right, we don't actually have to extract you. I don't know what I'm doing. There, there. The rest of the bronze can go away for now. There, there, and right, copper foil. Where is my vending machine? There's the copper foil. Thank you. Grab you. And there. Okay. Now, let's see. So there's that, that, and that. There we go. Hey, you love to see it. Let's see. So that was 4. So we have 7 left. All right. 7 circuits left. So that's those. Have those. So we just need to turn these into those and figure out the rest. Figure out, or figure out. We just need to get one more of these. That's going to be steel. That was also steel, I think. The wrought iron, wrought ion. Okay, easy enough. That's going to be 8 to wrought iron plates. Let's get these also turned into plates as soon as this is done. This has been something, I will say. Oh wait, I didn't actually finish the pumps. Oops. Right. Well, here, I'll go ahead, just grab these. Okay, so do this. Yeah, so that's, and that's, okay. Wait, right, that's, and what was the last thing that we needed? Uh, the, that's 10 rotors. Oh, right, motors. There we go. All right. There's those. Actually, borrow you for as soon as these are done. I know I technically have one, but not gonna hurt to have an extra. Right. Okay. So there. Then we're gonna need what? Steel plate, the 2 wrought iron plates, and one more thing of tin. Right? Yeah, one more set of tin cable. So there. Right. And steel. Simple and easy enough. We'll send you into there. Send you to the wire mill. Okay. Grab you. Grab you. And now we can put them all together. Tin cables, LV machine casing. No, what am I doing? There, there, and there. LV machine hull, which means now we needed. Nope, let's make sure I actually have all the right tools. Oh wait, no tools needed. Okay, there, 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 and there. All right, basic pump. Blurp. Okay, so we need now 32 buckets of raw oil. Hmm. Now, if I remember correctly, yes. Sorry, it is pitch black outside, so yeah. All right, let's build an oil rig. Never thought I would be doing it this quickly, but hey, I mean, we actually have the power now, so let's do it. We are going to need steam generation. Uh, I'm thinking just the small solar boiler, right? I mean, it's gonna be slow, but I'm not exactly worried about speed in this case, given that this oil is mostly just for flight. And for just progressing down the tree and whatnot. So I'm not too terribly worried. Uh okay. We're going to need. Why did I go to this? Oh, right, I needed to go to this one. We're gonna grab just a couple of fluid pipes, just to be on the safe side. Why are there wires? Oh, I've been putting my wires. Okay, so those apparently shouldn't actually be in here. They should be over there. All right, works for me. Works for Moy. Oh, right. Also, I probably ought to have this going, right? Okay, so we do have a good bit of extra stone, thankfully. So we have that. Let's see, we do have a chisel. Love to see it. Uh, I almost feel like I need to use this, but it'll be fine for now. Just throw it on so it's, not in my way. Uh, okay, let's go build ourselves an oil station, I guess. Do kind of wish it would be daytime, but oh well, right? Let's see. Building gadgets. Chisel. Hi, chisel. So let's see. I'm thinking we're gonna want maybe these stone pillars, right? We could put those on the side. Maybe those there, and then, ooh, that'll actually look pretty good. Do we want the layers maybe? All right, here, you know what? All right, yeah. So we're just going to take a stack of these. I'm pretty sure I actually had some, but oh well. Right. New weapon. Yeah, you know what? Let's go get ourselves a new sword. Especially given that it's, middle of the night and raining. Yeah, we're gonna want a new sword. So odd. That's gonna be 2 plates, and that's all right. Simple enough. Simple enough. Uh, so let's see, tung steel, Damascus steel, aluminum. That's gonna be 768, 12.5 attack damage. Dude, and a 1.6 attack speed. This thing is at 1.68. Okay, you know what? Let's make ourselves an aluminum sword. Bending machine. Actually, we also need a stick. Thank you. And thank you for your service, my trusty, trusty sword. All right. Oh wait, what did we need for the tools? We need file, hammer. Stop. Go to this. Thank you. File, hammer. Probably gonna need a new hammer as well pretty soon. Okay. Let's also check for food. Hey, food. Well, this will make it at least a lot easier to see, which is gonna be nice, even if it is still raining. Okay, so let's find the four corners of this. There to here to here. Yes. All right, so that's one corner. Ow. Die. Wow. That hurt. Um, ouch. Very much ouch. All right, and let's see. Let's actually go ahead and just grab this one as well. There? Yes. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is actually going to be here then. Okay. And then we can simply cross-reference to here. All right, love to see it. Also probably should think about some ladders. Do we have an elevator? Elevator mod. Yay. That's gonna need just some steel, actually. Huh. Interesting. I think I might try this. I never actually used an elevator mod before, so I have no clue how it's gonna be or how to use it or anything, but would definitely be helpful for getting up and down this oil rig. So you know what? It's something new, and I think we can use it to great effect. So that's what we're gonna do. Now here's the question. Do I have any of that steel scaffolding? That's the most expensive part here. I don't think I do, however. I'm gonna go with no. I do not have any. Okay, yeah, I have some of that though. The frame box. So steel frame box is gonna be 4 steel rods. So we're gonna need 2 steel ingots. We're also gonna need another 6. And this is gonna be a 1. So we're gonna need another. Oh wait, okay. So I already have those. Then I'm just gonna need 2 for that. Okay, to the lathe. Uh, yeah, I, yeah, Super Friends was a fun series. I know that's just totally random, but it was. I don't know why I just thought of that, but, well, I do. It was that whole, what was it? To the whatever, like to the Batcave or to the. They didn't have a Justice League Hall, did they? No, they did. Oh wow, it's been so long, I don't actually remember. All right, assembling machine, and let's actually get those extracting. Right, that. Sorry, I am just totally lost for some reason. Oh, grab you. We can't extract the steel. Aye, right. Thank you. Aye. Okay. Maybe I should start upgrading my machines to Envy, eh? Nope. Let's make sure this is actually the right one. Alloy smelter, small gear. Aha, that's the normal gear. So where's my small gear? Uh, small gear. I mean, I guess it's sort of cheap enough, right? Yeah, but still. Alright, I really thought I had one, right? Because I know I've had to make small gears before. Well, yeah, I know it's not in there. Why does it feel like I'm always losing things? Yeah, that's the only one. That does not feel right, but what choice do I have? Alright, 4 steel plates. Side of a metal bender, eh? Alright, let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just gonna make some new metal plates here. Okay, so that should be that. And here is my new gear mold. Just as soon as I have my hammer again. At least they're pretty cheap, all things considered. Right? That I can't. Wait, can I? Yes. Okay. It works. I was about to say, wait, do I need like an MV one of these too? Okay. All right, so there's the gears, there's the plates. Wait, did I need 12 plates? Elevator. Nope, I just needed the 6. Why did I think I need 12? All right, there and there. Two gray elevators. Now, are these things going to require electricity? I have kind of an idea of what I think they're going to do, but I'm not really sure. Okay, for now, let's go ahead and get a small little place for, me to actually elevator up to. All right, so I think I'm gonna want these for the top. Okay, I'm thinking something like this. We can do you, nope, not gray elevator. Here it is. Sunken stone. Yep, probably didn't have to go all the way out for that. All right, so let's center this. My thought is that we're gonna have one up there, right? And then directly below, have one right here. Yes. Okay. So that does work like I thought it would. All right. Elevator mods do seem to generally be pretty standard in their controls, which is, really nice actually. Oh, didn't really need to do that actually. Just needed to fill this down. Okay. And then we can do you. Then we can do you. There. Okay. And now we just need to fill it all in. Yep. All right. So let's do you. All right. There we go. There we go. This is so nice, I have to say. It saves just absolute worlds of time. All right. So I definitely see how it could be considered a little bit overpowered, feels like the wrong word, but yeah. Go ahead and grab the last. All right, so it looks like we are going to need a little bit more here. Yeah. Yeah. All right. That's fine. Not a problem. Ah, that elevator is so much fun. Though I am kind of disappointed that we can't build like an actual elevator. I feel like that would fit so well, with GregTech. I feel like that would fit so well. All right, let's just grab a stack of stone. Do we have any more? That was it, wasn't it? that I had made anyway. Yeah, appears to be. Appears to have been. I mean, this should be enough, the 16, but all right. So let's see, we have that. Have a couple of building blocks. All right, let's go ahead and also grab the other things that we're going to need, such as the steam generator over here. Whoop, come on. All right, wire cutters. Not sure if I'm going to need those or not, but hey, just in case, right? All right. And I think we're going to just grab a couple of drums. We have a few to use now, so we're just gonna basically pipe them over to the drums and I'll just periodically check in. Yay. Oh no. Woo! Sorry, the skeleton had to die. Of everything, it was the most it could have actually, killed me while I was up there. Now, creepers are certainly annoying, but they can't really go up the elevator. Skeletons don't have to go up the elevator. All right. Well, rip. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead, put the pump up there, and we're just going to connect it to a solar boiler so that it can work just kind of passively. No. Ow. I need to get water up there. Didn't even think about that. Ooh. Okay. So that's going to be a lot of pipes. Um, Great. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna need more. Gonna need a lot more. Hmm. Well, if we're doing this, would it be worthwhile to just go ahead and pump the oil back to my place? For now, we're gonna set up the drums, and we're going to. Actually, you know what? For now, I'm just going to have a drum of water, and we're going to pipe it into a drum for oil. I just want to make sure everything's gonna work right, and I actually understand how everything is, working. Now, I will eventually be connecting it into my sort of water network, but for now, we're going to be fine. Yep, don't care about the zombie. It's not a skeleton, it can't hurt me. There we are. All right, chisel, chisel, chisel. Okay, and there. So we can throw that in, throw that in, that in, that. All right. And then we have the, oh, all right. So do 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. All right, it is gonna look kind of odd. just, out there. I really should have brought a little bit more stone, but oh well, right? So we're gonna have a basic pump. Well, don't really know what I was trying to cook with that, but I was not. Uh, so we're going to do this. Where is it? Okay, so here is the water drum. Right, so we're gonna do that. Let's see, so we're gonna have, all right, we're going to have a steam turbine right there. Okay, steam turbine, and then here's the actual solar boiler. We will put that right here. Yeah, we'll put it right here. All right. Well, all right. It doesn't actually have to release any steam, I don't think. Doesn't look like it anyway. So we're going to connect that. We're going to connect that. And then finally, we're going to have this go here. All right, definitely need to hurry though. There, screwdriver. Okay, so we got it in before it got too hot. Solid fuel boiler, not solar. What am I doing? All right, you know what? It's fine. These things also tend to, run forever. So here we go. So that should eventually heat up. We will get the steam. Let's actually hold off on that for now. Then we're going to hold off on you for now. So then it looks like this is then going to want to pipe to over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it like this, right? Yeah. So now I guess we just kind of wait a little bit on the more, boring side, but not much else to do at the moment. So I need to make sure that this setup is actually going to work. Right? First time using a pump and all. Luckily, we should be getting steam relatively soon. All right, while we wait, let's take a look. What? No, I want to see. All right, raw oil. Okay, so this is a combustion fuel, fun fact. Though most likely it'll be running through a distillery for us. You can get sulfuric gas, sulfuric light fuel, sulfuric naphtha, and sulfuric heavy fuel. So what would be better, I wonder? Sulfuric gas is a gas fuel and can be turned into various things in a chemical reactor. Generally speaking, don't think we're gonna need that. Let's see. Next up, we have sulfuric light fuel. I'm gonna save that. I want to look at naphtha first. It's another gas fuel. And once again, it can be turned into hydrogen sulfide and naphtha, which is a combustion fuel. Fun. Okay, so sulfuric light fuel, sulfuric heavy fuel. light fuel, we've already been down this actually, right? We went through this, we made the actual light fuel and all of that. What do they recommend? We would go through that, get light fuel. Okay, so they want us to go through the actual light fuel process then. Fluid drilling rig. Let's see, raw oil, less dense, the least appreciated. So this thing will last for 100,000 operations, right? With 1 second per operation. So it's going to be an average of what is that? 450 over 2, that's 275. All right, so 275, no, 225 average operation. Hmm, 225 on average per operation, 100,000 operations per second, 100,000 seconds is going to end up being how many? Basically 20, a little under 28 is technically 27.7 repeating, 777 repeating, 77 repeating, whatever. It's close to 28 hours of real life time. It's not too bad, not too bad at all. Out of curiosity, how many Minecraft days does this translate to? 20 minutes per day. Oh wait. All right. About a little over 83 days. Interesting. Well, I mean, this is something I want to eventually have. And we will definitely be building this at some point. But for now, since this is mostly just to fuel my jetpack, I think this is going to be fine. Do we have any steam yet? No? Of course we don't. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, steam. Yes. Okay. So let's go for how much steam can you have? 32,000, right? Technically, that's like a lot more than this thing can normally handle. All right. Well, we now have steam. All right. Slowly but surely, we are full. This is, oh, it holds 16,000. All right. Fair enough. So I'm gonna wait till we actually hit the 16,000 here, and then I'm going to hook it up to the pump. All right, if we're transporting water, I almost feel like I'm not sure if I should try to leave everything up here or if I want to like bring a bunch of pipes from over there to over here, right? Bunch of fluid pipes. I feel like, oh, you know what? Fluid pipes. What is it? These, right? The four different channels. If I were to run one of these quadruple pipes, that would actually solve everything, right? I could send in, yeah, I'd be able to send in steam. I'd be able to send in the water, and I could make this a liquid. Yeah, I could make this a liquid steam boiler if I didn't want to do solar. I could send in a solar fuel. Solar fuel. I could send in a Liquid fuel. Huh. All right, all right, all right. Well, we are good there. Still slowly but surely generating. And there's 1,000. Okay. Whew. Now let's see how quickly we lose it all. Hey, wow, that is actually going really quickly. Um, all right, let's have this fill down. Oh wow, this is not going to last long at all, is it? Hold up, this is going way faster than I thought it was going to. It's also not using nearly as much steam as I was expecting. Huh. It's gonna be embarrassing if I like don't even need this rig anymore. Hmm. I went to all the trouble to build this thing, and I only need it for like 5 minutes. Oh boy. All right. So now these two drums should theoretically be able to hold everything, right? Because we're already up to 20,000 millibuckets. And at least according to this, is only up to 92,000, right? Sorry, 9,200. What am I saying? Wait, what? 9,200. Where are we? Oh, wait. Sorry, that's 9,200 buckets of oil. Oh, oh. Okay, never mind. Okay, so just gonna grab this, and I want to see, oop, can we put the raw oil into these? I think we can. Like, I am fairly certain that I've done that before, but I want to test. That is creosote. Here, this one's empty. I'm not about to just get mobbed. Yes. Okay. So we can put raw oil into one of these. Yes. Okay, that's huge. Uh, so I'm thinking we can make a bunch of quadruple steel pipes, maybe? Steel or aluminum. And we could send it over there. All right, so it's doing about a bucket a second if we are assuming that we have the average number of buckets, 6,100 buckets, and we're doing a bucket a second. That means that we're going to come out to about little, what is that? About 1.7 hours worth of work. Oh, only 1.7 hours. I'm not sure that's worth setting up a full-on, you know, thing for. That feels kind of excessive, I have to admit. Yeah, that might be a little bit excessive. Okay, that was a little close. We'll go ahead and just grab all of this. Yes, yes, yes. Battery is low on my headphones. I'm well aware. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna manually be moving this, I suppose. for now. Ba. Let's see. Getting a super tank might actually be worthwhile. Alright, so this thing can only hold 250 buckets. Um, Tank. Okay. Okay. Dude, why does that? Okay. Oh, but the expense. We need a hermetic casing. Needs polyethylene, which requires an extruder. Okay, that's not happening. Um, okay. I guess we just, I don't even know. I guess we're just gonna pump oil for a while, but we're not gonna, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be going through all of it. Okay, so the oil's definitely gonna last a little bit longer than I was expecting, to say the least. Definitely need to be careful that I don't accidentally fall into it, but oh wow, we're actually have an excess of steam at the moment. Huh. Nice. One-shotting spiders now. Okay, I'm just going to do this so that I don't accidentally, just fall in there. Wow. Likewise. Okay. So, let's see. Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and just, I know it's not great, but hmm, all right. Interesting. Not sure I want to just keep that on, though. Definitely cool, though. Could be helpful. All right. Still, all things considered, not too bad. And now we're actually going to have a decent amount of oil. Now what to do with it all? It's weird. It's a lot of oil, don't get me wrong. But it's also not even close to the unlimited amounts of oil that I want, right? Because I'm very much of the mind of basically infinite use, which is why something like the pyrolysis ovens and being able to, make the charcoal pristine, that will last forever. All right. So yeah. until depletion for well over 10,000 buckets of oil. Right. All right. An advanced assembling machine. Huh. Silicon, silicon, let's see, ethylene to get to polyethylene, which is the next major advancement here. Hey, Moore's Law. I know that. I believe I can fly. Okay. Um, a digital miner. Yes, the advanced miner or the advanced miner 2. Yeah, HV requires a bunch of things that I just can't really do. So, yeah. You will need power charge. Batteries will work, also run out, a bit inconvenient. Fill drum of some kind of fuel. If you're using steam, out of luck. And a generator. Nope. I just like pipes. Chunk load, all 9, with feed the beast utilities. Tip, gimme, chest. Oh, that's actually not a bad idea. Maybe that's what my AE2 will go to. Alright. You know what? Now that we have this going, we might could do this. Alright, you know what? Yeah, that's the last thing we're gonna do today, is making a miner. Or no. Oh, that didn't work. Alright, let's go ahead and just get this dropped off. And then gonna go put it back. Okay. So now we can do you to there. There we go. I have no clue how much this thing can actually hold. So, alright, I have to admit, this is pretty nice. It's definitely using fuel at a pretty rapid rate. Still, definitely helpful for getting around quickly. Okay, so we're making a miner, right? The advanced miner. So we're gonna need, I guess, one of these, which means we're gonna need a set of diodes. Yeah, the miner is the last thing we're gonna make today. Diode. Alright, we're gonna need gallium arsenide. Gallium arsenide. So we have some gallium arsenide. We do have a little bit left. Turned into small piles. Let's see. Uh, no, not that. Alright, here, you know what? Advanced circuits. What is it called then? Oh, good electronic circuit. Okay, good electronic circuit. So we're gonna need, not that. Stop it. Diodes. Right, we needed to find annealed copper wire alongside glass. I do have a little bit. Don't think I have any molten glass though, so I'll need to do that. Also need a new drum, actually. All right. Thank you kindly. So, let's see, we can do that. Oh, uh, that was very close to a small problem. Rubber can go to there. That is soldering alloy. There we are. No clue why I have an ore dictionary cover here. Did I accidentally grab that when I was trying to do the other thing, maybe? All right, and then here should be the diodes. Uh, let's see. So good circuit board, two normal circuits, two copper wire. Okay, so this just needs silver. All right. All right, let's see. Throw that in there. Throw you into here, and throw you into there. Okay, so silver. How much of that do I have? I don't. Good to know. All right, so we might want to think about getting some silver production going relatively soon. Um, luckily, what am I doing? Yeah, I have a little bit. So that should be 4. Ah, but I need 2 more, don't I? Because I don't have the right style of that row board. All right. Silver ore. Let's just get a little bit. We don't need a ton. Not at the moment, anyway. Okay. So hopefully that will be done relatively soon. Um, all right, we can use this in the meantime. That should be all the silver I need. Uh, what else? Good circuit board. All right, so that's gonna be that. Right, we're also gonna need these. And then some copper wire. So, right, so we have that. All right, let's just go ahead and get these going, I guess. There's nothing here that really takes long. It's just constantly running back and forth, realistically. So that just makes it kind of awkward to do anything efficiently. All right, wire mill there. Ba, 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 ba. So, right. There's the phonetic good circuits. Go ahead and grab these, grab those. Going to need some red alloy. And then we have copper. We have tin. Yes, 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 I am well aware. All right. Uh, so let's see. If I just randomly cut out, by the way, it's because my headphones have died. So yeah, that'll be fun. Okay, so now we have that. Let's go ahead. Probably should have went on ahead and that in there. This is going to require these. Is going to require. I have those. Need that copper foil. That's what I needed. Bending machine. Okay. There. So we need that. Right. We need the wood plates, which is here. Wood plane, not plate. All right. There and glue. Okay. So that's that. See, we're going to need alloy. Going to need at least a little bit of copper cake of copper for don't know what I'm doing for these. Let's see. I think that's everything. Where's my circuit assembler? So we need that, 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 that. Also might be worthwhile to look into making some more resistors. That's going to be right in the old copper wire, carbon, glue. Cheap enough. There, 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 and there. Okay. We are out of annealed copper at the moment, though. Right? Yeah. Have some fine copper wire, but that's about it. This is gonna be sending, I think, just normal copper through an arc furnace with oxygen, right? Yeah. I'm just gonna go ahead and get this for whenever I need it. There we go. Keep going to the wrong one. Let's see here. Aluminium. Okay. And here's the annealed copper. I definitely need to look into automating some of these systems because I feel like I'm running around more and more as just time progresses. Uh, but regardless, we now have the two electronic circuits. Now, this flawless emerald is going to be my bane because we don't actually have emeralds. Which means we have to either find a villager or we have to go to the nether. And it's probably going to be easier to find something in the nether, unfortunately. Now, I do have this, so that's going to help with some of the lava. That's about all I have. Oh boy. Now, you don't need emeralds for a lot, right? Like emeralds. Let's see. We're gonna need it for huh, emerald rods for nothing. Small piles do absolutely nothing. Now we can electrolyze a ton of emerald into a couple of things, but not really worthwhile. Which of course leads us to these. Let's see. Can make emerald plates, which are necessary for a couple of things, but olivine also works, right? Like copy paste. We can use olivine here. Why can we not just use an exquisite olivine? That'd be so nice. Raw crystal chip. All right. So, yeah, let's grab some armor and let's go exploring. Hopefully it won't take too long, but We shall see, I suppose. Yeah, this is totally the kit that you just want to bring to the Nether. Yeah, I'm literally just going to grab like 1 or 2 emeralds because, as you can see, they're not really used for anything, right? I mean, they're needed for MV sensors and emitters, and that's about the extent of what they're used for. Now, these things, of course, do have a couple of things, right? Scanners, a world accelerator, huh, and a miner. Let's see, wireless transmitter. Yeah, like there are things here eventually, but that's not happening for quite some time. Oh, right. Okay, so emerald, emerald. So they spawn in beryllium. Okay, I think yes. Beryllium is off in this direction. Nope, this direction. Just in case, hover mode is going to be on, just to be safe. Oh, wait, this is the beryllium? Right here. Okay, what layer? 5 to 30. Okay, so we just need to go down. Actually, you know what we can do now? Hover mode on. Let's go. Ta-da! Really helpful. Oop, and there's a cave. And here we are, beryllium. Okay, so let's just do this. All right, how much emerald is that? 4 emeralds? That works for me. Up, up, and away! Oh, this jetpack is so nice. Just to be on the safe side. Okay. Woo! Thankfully, the beryllium was right there. Okay, so yeah, we're definitely going to be trying to maximize the number of emeralds we get from this. Let's see. So, well, no, let's just get this. 15% out of a sifter. Right? If we can get an exquisite emerald, we could also cut it. Out. Let's see. flawless. But then we need, oh wait, okay, we can use just a glass lens here. But that does require a precision engraver, which we do not have. So, all right, can throw all those in there now. Just clearing out a little bit of space. Hmm, I guess we just have to risk it, don't we? Right? The chance of not, okay. All right, purified emerald. So what we need to do then is we need to disable you. No, let's double check. I'm going to be extremely cautious here. Yes, and I'm going to be doing like minimums and just, I do not want to risk it because I do not care to go back. I know it wasn't difficult, but still. Oh wow, we get so much from that. Okay. And of course, now we also have a bit of beryllium. I need to see what we actually use beryllium for. Lathe, gas collector, cutting machine, gas turbine, autoclave, sifting machine. Here we go. Beryllium needed for ender pearl dust. Ooh, to be extracted, of course. Arc furnace. Oh, we actually have to send it to an arc furnace? No? Okay. Beryllium ingot. Now, what do we use you for? You needed an fusion reactor. And I think that's about it. Unless if we want ender pearl dust. Which, you know, fair, I suppose. Nothing. Come on. Alright, let's roll through the next set. Right, if we hit flawless or if we hit exquisite, we're done. We just have to hit one of them. Okay, purified pile of emerald dust. Right, can be centrifuged into, oh, a little bit of aluminum. Fun. Or it can just be washed. Beryllium, aluminum, silicon. Hmm. I mean, I guess it's a way that we can get a little bit of silicon. Not that we really need a way to get that at the moment. Ah, still nothing. All right, next set. If these four don't turn up anything, then we're gonna have to use the next. So that means we're gonna have 16 chances to hit a very small chance. Yes! Flawless Emerald. Okay, finally. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, So, not the dirt. That can go there. That's netherrack. Beryllium can go in there as well. Okay, let's actually keep the dirt. Let's put up the netherrack though. Oh, and we have thorium in our inventory. Go figure. White emerald is with beryllium and thorium. I do not know. I'm sure there's like a real world reason, but meh. Okay, okay. So that now allows us to make an MV sensor. We're just gonna need, we are going to need another circuit though, aren't we? All right, it's fine. I was ready for this. Let's go ahead and make another 8 of you. It's gonna need a little bit of charcoal dust. I forget what the actual ratio is. So there. All right, that's fine. So that will be 8 resistors, which is going to be plenty for our uses. Vending machine. Let's see, we're going to need, wait, actually, let's see. So we have those two. We should just need one more. Okay, yeah. So we should just need this last one, hopefully. So there. I really should start batch crafting things. I do want to get this miner done so that I can start actually automating the mining of resources. Oh, that reminds me, we need to check on our oil. We should be full at this point. Yeah. Is this necessary? No, but it's a lot of fun. Yes, we are full. How much do you hold? 16K. All right. I mean, works for me. There's no point in you continuing to make steam. So, yeah. So you in there. This is going to be a solid amount of oil. Okay. Let's see. You can go ahead, dump you all in there. You, of course, still have a little bit of extra, so I'm just going to leave you right there for now. Okay. Love to see it. Yes, I know that's a little bit of wasted steam and all that, but really, there's not much of a use for it here. I know I said, never void it. You never know what it's going to be, but we have unlimited steam. So, yeah, I'm not terribly concerned with it at the moment. All right, so now let's see. We're gonna need that. That can throw those in there. We needed these alongside small pile of gallium arsenide, gallium. All right, and we needed that, and that. All right, so that's that. We're gonna need more silver. Go figure. Let's see. Silver. Okay, so the 4 should be what we're gonna need for that. Oh, right. there's the diodes. Let's see. Wait, we're gonna need another circuit board. So there's that, and then we're just gonna need one more thing of red alloy. Okay, so let's go ahead, get you going. Thank you. All right, completely forgot to get the base. There we are. And yeah, man, there we go. Okay, now there's the good circuit board, and there's that. Now we needed you, and where's resistors? Definitely need to make more soldering alloy though, soon. Oh right, did I need two copper wires? Easy enough, thankfully. And there. Okay. Now, next thing we're gonna need to figure out is electrum. Uh, Wait, actually, let me just do this. So aluminum plates are easy. Have that, have that. Electrum rod. Now, how do we get electrum? Electrum dust is silver and gold mixed. Okay. Now, first question. Do we have any electrum already? That's a no. All right. Simple and easy enough. So then we're going to need tiny bit of silver, tiny bit of gold. All right. So we need to macerate you. Ba, 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 ba. We'd like to borrow you temporarily. Silver dust. Thank you. Not sure it matters one way or the other in this case. Okay, so where is my mixer? So we need silver, and then we need gold. Okay, mixer. Do we need then something else? That, that. Ah, needed one. Okay, there we go. All right, there. Two electrum dust. So we'll get one of these turned into what we need. Uh, see, so we need an electrum rod. Gonna be putting it through this. Putting it through this. All right. So let's see. I wonder what we're gonna mine first. Obviously, that's gonna be for future me to figure out, but okay. Here we go. electrum rods. Now we just need some more aluminium. I really need to get my aluminum production going again. Yeah, so let me borrow this. Ow, ow, ow. And we're gonna grab some oxygen. Thank you kindly. I mean, might as well top it off, right? Oh, there we go. Make sure you will drain down to adjacent tonks. Okay, go ahead and grab all this. Yay. And we can get a couple of plates. Easy enough. That should be everything we need for this sensor. Wow, this was so painful to make. Well, alright. It actually wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be completely fair, but still. Alright, so we're gonna need 2 copper cables and 3 of you. Right. Copper nickel. Of course we need more copper nickel. That's enough for one motor, but we need more. Nickel, nickel, nickel. We'll do that, and we have the copper on us. Ah, technically, is this going to be more than we're going to need? Yes, but let's face it, it's going to be used. Okay, so there's that. Grab that. Gonna need. Okay, so we're gonna need those two for that. Simple enough. Uh, and actually go ahead and put you back. Then this is going to require copper cables, aluminum rod, magnetic steel. Okay, so right, we're going to need 3 of those. What am I doing? So we're going to need 3 sets of those. Then we're going to need that. Steel rod works for me. Put it through the lathe. We're going to need 1, 2, 3 of you to get polarized. And here's those. Wait, here's the copper nickel. Let's just go ahead and get them all turned into wires. Might as well at this point. Let's see. We're also gonna need more rubber. Rubber, rubber, rubber. How is our batteries? How are the batteries doing? Fine, actually. Okay. I have to admit, I am continuing to be impressed by just how effective this benzene gas is at just keeping everything from, going kaput. All right. So now, here's that. Oh wait. Did I? No. Okay. There, 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 and there. 3 MV motors. Alright, so now we're just gonna need, I know, battery is low, battery is low, battery is low. Alright, let's do this. That should be enough aluminum plates for that. Okay, we're almost there. All right. Where is my vending machine? Okay. Right. Now we just need that. Oop, not that. MV machine casing. Well, there, 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 and there. All right, MV machine hull. I think I miscalculated the amount of copper I needed by one. There, and then the rubber. And finally, we have ourselves one absolutely genuine miner. Just as soon as I get all of these parts put in. And this, advanced miner. Let's go. Wait, where was balanced quest? Here it is, digital miner. MV components. Ah, haven't made these three yet. 48 copper nickel, 3 flawless emeralds. Oh, that could have saved me so much pain. Okay, okay, okay. No, I needed the flawless emeralds regardless. Still, that might be what we do next time. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining. Uh, we will be trying to actually keep up with and do more GregTech. Really need to get back into the swing of things with it. But yeah, thank you all again so much for joining. And until next time, I'll see you.